Hey YouTubers, okay, I'm back. This is part two of my video that I last left you with part one, discussing concert venues. The concert venue that we went to see, Black Label Society was, it's called the Bowery, and it is way East Bejesus, way downtown in Manhattan. Okay, it is actually past the Village. It is sub-village, okay? The thing is that we really don't like to go to small venues. But for Black Label Society, my husband's, that's his idol, gotta go. Okay, so we already did our meet and greets, but the thing is that I noticed, being that we live in a society where a little bit more secure, security has stepped it up a notch or two notches. Due to certain history that we've experienced here in New York and in the world, you have to be careful. What I noticed with this venue is that people going in with backpacks, things like that, because, people are carrying things probably for him to sign. People had guitars, for him to sign. The thing is that I noticed none of us got checks. You usually go through a metal detector, or you usually get searched with the metal detector wand. None of us got searched. I thought that was kind of like, it's not, I didn't overlook it, but it was a concern. It stayed in the back of my mind. The thing is that obviously it's with general admission with these concerts. It's standing room only. There's no seats. But my husband and myself, there was a lounge downstairs with a bar. And my husband says, listen, being that there were two other bands before Black Label Society, let's just hang out down here and see how long this goes. I says, okay, that's fine. There was a couch, there was couches, there was chairs, and there was the bar right in front of us. So you really couldn't go wrong. My husband says, let's see how long it goes, because he says, if worse comes to worse, we could stay down here for this whole thing. All right. Make a long story short on that, that's basically what we did, and there was a good reason for it. I went to the bar with my husband and myself. We really, we'll have an occasional beer, but I didn't feel like having one. He didn't feel like having one. I just had a Coca-Cola. He had a Sprite. Fine. Sat there, had the couch. It was great. They played the first two bands, they have the speaker system, so whatever is going on upstairs, you're hearing downstairs, and it's great. The first two bands one band was Conan, and the other band was the Atomic Bitchwax. Bitchwax. Right, Atomic Bitchwax. You say that 10 times. I love that band. They kind of remind you of a Black Sabbath band, and that would be something that Zakk Wylde would bring on tour with him, because he's a big Black Sabbath fan, and Ozzy and everybody. Anyhow, so those were the first two bands. Our band had a show the night before also. So we went the second night, but the first night was another night. We found out from other people that, God, this whole house shakes when a bus passes. Again, we found out from patrons the night before who were actually there at that night, the night before, that were there the second night. So, it was kind of chaotic here, because the first band that came on, they do moshing, and the place kind of, for that crowd, for that first band, everybody went berserk. Okay, so we're kind of saying, well, you know what, we are going to stay down here in the lounge. And not being searched is one thing, but, the night went okay otherwise. When our band came on, my husband says, let me go upstairs and just see. Okay, I'll stay down here, you go upstairs. You hear it over the speakers, the band's starting to come on, the crowd's getting bananas. My husband got to see the first song, and I'm downstairs hearing the first song. After that, my husband comes down, because he wanted to videotape it a little bit on his phone. He comes down, he says, there is no way that you're getting upstairs. I said, what the hell are you talking about? He says, Maureen, there is no room up there. He says, the people are outside, out the door. He says, that's how crowded this place is. He says, you ain't getting anywhere. I said, you know what? You stay here. I says, let me go upstairs. He says, go ahead, have fun. He says, go ahead. You don't believe me. I said, no, I didn't say I don't believe you. I says, I just want to see it. I went up the stairs, made a turn. You're supposed to go through the doors, and then, you're on the floor where seeing the show. You couldn't get past the doors. Everybody was there. That was it. That's how small this venue is. And I'm kind of surprised that this band would actually play here, but they did. The night was okay. Excuse me. The night was okay. No fights or anything. Nothing rowdy or anything like that. The night was good though. But we was like, how the hell do you watch a show like this? You can't even, you're watching it practically, another few more steps and you'll be out into the street. This place is like you walk into the venue from the street. You're in the venue. That's it. There is no side room. There is no Bowery, man. And it's like you look outside, you wouldn't even tell that this thing is an actual concert venue. Because like everything's like hidden. It's like a building with a bunch of doors. You walk through the doors and you're in a venue. That was my first experience of actually being down here. Would we go down there again? I'm going to tell you something. I don't know. Probably not. We have been in small venues, but this venue was like, this was it. It was like, wow. And for a band like this, it was a little shocking. But like I said, the night was okay. So anyway, I just wanted to do that, give a review. If anybody has been down at the Bowery, have been down at that venue, if you've experienced it, leave your comments below. Let me know. If you like the band that I talked about, let me know also. If you had any VIPs, any backstage passes, any meet and greets, of other bands, let me know. And that's really it for today. But I did incorporate Mickey Ears, so that's not too bad. And I'm still very proud of them because I was actually the first person to do that for this band. And that's going to stick in my mind now for like the remainder of my life. I don't know who else is going to do it. I don't know if anybody else will do it, but I don't know if anybody else does it for bands. I may have started something. We'll see. All right. Even the girl that takes your name down on the VIP on the list, she says, you may have started something. I says, yeah, well, we'll see. Anyway, this is a shorter video. This was the ending of part 2. And I just want to thank you very much for liking my videos again and checking them out. And I'm sorry that it took me a week and a half to come back, but I have been sick. So, sinus infection. I discussed it in part 1. Go back and look. All right. Thank you very much. I want you all to have a great weekend. If anything pops up in my life, I'll come back on. All right. Take care. Love to all. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.